Many gardening stores sell potting mix nowadays. You even get them online, but they come really expensive. But the best things in nature are always free, or at least not that expensive. Soil takes years to build, and you're always going to keep building soil in your garden. But that doesn't mean you have to wait for years to start your garden. In fact, we're going to start with a potting mix that are the features of good soil and more. So let's look at what are the features of a good potting soil. In understanding soil session, we understood the qualities of good soil. First, it should be of loamy texture. Then it should have good nutrient content and water holding capacity. It should have a good balance of soil microbes, which will keep the soil fertile and also disease resistant. And the optimum value of pH that we need for our soil is somewhere between 6 to 7. In addition, for a potting soil, the desired features are: first, it should be light in weight. You may need to move your container around in your garden often. So a heavy container is going to make life difficult for you. So that's why we want our potting mix to be light in weight. Also, container has very limited space, and that limited potting soil in the container should be able to hold enough water to meet the plant's needs. Hence, we need even higher water retention capability in our potting mix. Keeping all this in mind, the ingredients that go into making potting mix are coco peat. It is the residual waste coming from coconut husks. It is available in the form of pressed bricks in stores. Coco peat is light in weight and can hold water up to 5 times its weight. Next is garden soil. What we are actually looking for here is a good loamy soil. And this is vermicompost, also known as earthworm compost. It is actually the poop of composting earthworms. Not only it is rich in nutrients, it is also great in terms of microbial activity and structure. Make sure you get a good quality vermicompost from your supplier. And next is our kitchen compost. Kitchen compost adds diversity in terms of nutrients and organic matter along with vermicompost. And this is neem cake. It is the solid waste left after oil extraction from neem seed kernels. Neem cake acts as a pest repellent and prevents pathogen growth in the soil. These are the basic inputs for potting mix. To make it richer, you can add rock dust, crushed eggshells, fish meal, and other oil cakes like that of mustard, peanut, and ponjamia. I have some mustard oil cake and crushed eggshells here, so I'm just going to add that in a potting mix. Coco peat in brick form is not usable. You need to soak it in water for about 15-20 minutes. And then this is what it turns into. Nice and light and just like a sponge with a lot of water in it. To make my potting mix, I take 3 liters of coco peat. To that I add 3 liters of soil and then 2 liters of vermicompost and a liter of homemade kitchen compost. Then I add handfuls each of neem cake, mustard cake and crushed eggshells. And now I'm going to give it a good mix. Observe how I'm mixing with a circular motion of my hand. Then I'm also folding the mixture onto itself. All I'm trying to do is get everything to mix well out here. Typically the pH value of this mix comes about 6.0 to 6.5, which is exactly what you want. Now I'm checking the moisture level of the mix. The mix should neither be damp nor wet. It should be actually somewhere in between, which is called moist. And the moisture level should be such that I should just be able to form a ball with the palm of my hands. Right now it's too crumbly, so I'm adding some more water to it. Now I'm able to make a ball, and with a little pressure it breaks. And this is the exact moisture level that I want. Not too wet and not too dry. I'm going to leave it in a loosely covered container in a well shaded area for about 10 to 12 days for it to cure, and then it'll be ready to use. Everything that went into making a potting mix was actually waste product. Coco peat is a waste byproduct of the coir industry. Compost is made out of organic waste. Different oil cakes, they're the waste product coming out of the oil mills. Okay, you have to buy them because somebody added value to it and made it easily available for you. But they are waste product nevertheless. And this is how you have taken your first steps towards making your garden truly organic.